Habang amo, dahil kung hindi, delikado ang pag-inom sa bahay o sa bukid ng mga mayayaman noon.
Here we go. I'm here again in the ever chaotic Manila, visiting Manila's oldest Chinatown. I don't know how long this one's going to be. I'm obsessed with these little canals and waterways. They're really cool. Yeah, I don't know how long this one's going to be because I actually don't know how big this place is, but we're going to find out. I'm going to go for a quick stroll around and hopefully not get hit by a car, because I've already had quite a few close encounters here, but I'm super surprised there's not more accidents here. Have a look at this while I'm waiting for the cars to go past. I don't even know if you can hear me at this point. So yeah, we're gonna have a look around. I don't know how big this place is, to be honest. We'll just do a couple of laps, see how we go. Maybe aim for about 5 or 10 minutes. See what we got. You can see the staples of any Chinatown. You've got your red lanterns. And I think what's unique to this one is we've got these power lines. Again, always the power lines. Notice the difference between you know, the ones in Vietnam, they're starting to put them underground, but I don't think they're quite there yet here with these ones. I might have, yeah, it's looking like I've taken a wrong turn. Alright, we're going back. So I think I've just taken a wrong turn and ended up on the, what's that? A bunch of little wood chips or something. Yeah, I've taken a wrong turn and ended up no longer in Chinatown, it seems. But I don't know if I said this earlier. Jeez, I don't even know if you can hear me now. I don't know if I said this earlier, but this is Manila's oldest Chinatown. Oh, we just get past all these people. Pretty interesting. It's not a particularly large stretch of road, so if you're going to come here, you probably get away with, like, you know, come here before lunch, have a quick walk around, maybe find something to eat here. Look at that little shop there, all full of, let's check it out. It's got, come on, mooncakes, lucky calendars, because of course it's the year of the rabbit. It's a pretty interesting place. What do we got down there? Again, with the canals, and you can see all alongside there, there's a lot of, I'll put a short clip up, but there's a lot of like squatters' houses. They've actually come in and built them themselves, but it's all based off of government land. So pretty much at any time, these people could have their houses just taken back. Pretty much, you know, at the drop of a hat, everything that they built and put together can just be taken away straight away. What do we got up here? This looks like a Chinese supermarket, a bakery. I feel like I'm starting to come towards the end of it now. I'm gonna get across the road. Alright, I just cut there for a minute. We had the ever-present music everywhere. So, since let's get across the road without dying. Since coming to the Philippines, I've absolutely fallen in love with Jollibee. It is the best. Like, KFC doesn't even compare to that. And it's going to be the hardest thing for me when I'm leaving to no longer be able to have Jollibee. I've decided I'm going to go down to a market at some point. I'm going to try and find myself a I Heart Jollibee's t-shirt, because honestly, this is probably one of my favorite things about this place. Everybody loves it. And I heard it's owned by same owner that owns all these malls is actually the person who owns Jollibee. Anyway, enough of looking at me. Let's have a look at these stalls, so I can keep sort of chatting away while we get the front view. You're probably sick of looking at me and my sweaty mug beating now. Had enough. Okay, this place is much bigger than I thought. Never mind, you might need a little bit longer. I tend to walk fast and not really look at too much, so that's not an issue for me, but I think you could probably easily spend an afternoon here. Although, looking at all these empty shops, I'm not sure if that's because of like the pandemic, the place is closing down, or if it's because of so I think it's only like 1 p.m. A lot of places tend to open a little bit later here, so often I've come out, you know, around 7 or 8 a.m. and then found that nothing's open. So yeah, if you're going to come to, I see a lot of people sleeping a lot too, like I mean, like obviously you got homeless people, but even people that are just running their shop, you see them out the front having a snooze from time to time. That's a nice looking house. So I think it must be the weather. It's a sleepy country. So if you come here, be prepared for sleeping in late, because nothing's going to be open for you until later in the afternoon. What do we got? Arthur's restaurant. Is that a restaurant or a street? Let's go explore. But anyway, where was I? Yeah, you often find that even by 11 or 12 in the afternoon, there's not really going to be too much going on. And unfortunately for me, basically because of the time of year that I've arrived, it starts raining from about 1 p.m. So I've got probably an hour or two to properly explore. Today's been the closest thing to a full day out that I've had since I arrived. I managed to get out at 9 a.m. and I've visited the, I don't think we're going to get, yeah, there's nothing over there. So I went and visited the church and went to my first ever church service. I mean, maybe not for me. It was, I mean, I don't want to say boring, but it was kind of boring. And just to get in there, the line was down the street. In the end, we never actually ended up getting inside because it was just only standing space out the front, which was unfortunate because I had to stand in the sun for that whole hour while that was going on. So you can probably tell I'm already pretty damp, but you know, it was interesting to experience, but I don't think I'll be going again. So I'm probably going to keep it in another short and sweet one this week. I've got a couple of days left here before I'm heading off to the next location. I won't spoil where it is, but it's definitely just as hot. So you can expect me to be just as damp as usual. Your resident sweaty adventurer. Not get hit by a motorcycle. Have a look over there too, just quick. I love the look of the buildings, the way that that's like dark. I'm not sure if it's a moss or what it is, but it also looks like, you know, like an ancient temple sort of place that you might expect to find in an Uncharted game. It has that music again. Hopefully you can't hear this. So I'm probably going to cut it out. Mei Mei jewelry store. If you don't know, Mei Mei means little sister. I think little sister in Chinese. So it would be little sister's jewelry store. I know, an interesting note. Depending on where you are, especially around Makati, if you're a smoker, you're gonna have a real hard time in Manila, because there are just certain parts of the city where you just can't smoke, and to even do so would cost, I think it's the equivalent of like, I can't remember, I think it's like a 5,000 peso fine just for even smoking in certain areas. Then you go a little bit further out and you can basically smoke anywhere you want. I think a law got passed that just changed everything when it came to smoking. Like, I don't normally smoke in my country, but you know, because in Australia it'll cost us $60 for one packet, so I can't afford to be doing that sort of thing back home. But here it's much cheaper. I still don't recommend that you do it because it's not good for you, but if you're going to, you're probably going to have a hard time here in the Philippines trying to find somewhere to have a cigarette. And if you're in the main central area, like, you know, Makati, was it Pasay? Probably said that wrong, but that's where I'm staying at the moment. Oh, here we go. Hang on, look how close these cars get. I mean, I probably should be walking on the footpath, but some of these cars, you know, I'm going to walk on the footpath so I don't get killed. But I've gone off on a tangent again. I just can't stop looking at these things. I don't know why it's so interesting to me. I could just stay here and watch this all day. I don't know if you can see over there, there's like, look like somebody set up a camp. Is it a construction camp or is it like a homeless camp? Either or. I've gone off on a tangent and ended up rambling on my way into probably a full video, so I was past a shop that was blasting Christmas music, which I find interesting given that it's not really that close to Christmas. I think they get started with Christmas decorations and Christmas music super early here, which I thought was, you know, I thought maybe I'd like missed out on time or something and it was actually November. But no, when you're watching this it's probably much later, but I've recorded this quite early. But anyway, enough of my rambling. That's going to do it for today. Again, one last glimpse at Chinatown. Some dragons, some lanterns, some Chinese food, and no doubt some Chinese people around. Ticks all the boxes for a Chinatown. Very much enjoy. Come and have a look. I'll see you next time. So in my usual fashion, what I've done is I've actually gone and missed out on the most important thing of the whole place. Wandered off into like some little, you know, the side streets where you would have seen most of it, and missed out on the most important part. So here it is, the end of the Chinatown. There's a big cathedral looking thing, or at least I think it's a cathedral, I'm not too sure. I don't know if we can go around the front and have a look, but let's see if we can explore and not get hit by a car again. All right, let's go. We can, I think they're doing a service in there at the moment, so I don't think we'll be going inside, but we can have a look from out the front and see how we go. There we go, this might be the name of this place. I don't know if you can see in there at all, but no, I don't think that's the name of this place. I walked past a giant mosque as well too, but I didn't get my camera out then. Oh, a little bit seedy on the streets. And we got the front entrance.